I went from this to this in 2 years with absolutely no equipment, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same. So the first step is to make sure you're hitting your full body equally. That means your upper body, both pushing and pulling, and then your legs, and then your core, and then your stretching or flexibility. You want to make sure your full body is working as a unit for optimal maximum performance. Then number 2, make sure you identify exercises that hit or target each of the body parts we've mentioned. Now I'm going to keep it very simple here. Push-ups are perfect for pushing. For pulling, you can do pull-ups, but if you don't have a pull-up bar, you can do body weight rows, which are perfect, especially when you're starting out. For your legs, squats are the best. For your core, we have bicycle crunches. And then for your flexibility or your stretching, I want you to focus on only your hip mobility and your legs, and you'll be flexible than 90% of the people. So this brings us to the next step, and that is the execution. In other words, the form. Now for this, I want you to focus on 2 very important things, and that is the full range of motion as well as the time and attention. So full range of motion ensures that all the muscles involved in a movement are targeted equally. And then the other thing is time and attention. Now the way your muscles grow is by exposing them to tension. So the longer you expose your muscles to that tension, the more they respond and they grow and they become stronger. So what you want to do is to go the full range of motion and then to increase the time and attention. And what I mean by this is, for example, if you are doing a push-up, I'll demonstrate very fast. From this position, your back is straight, your core is engaged, and then when you go down, I want you to go the full range of motion such that your chest is touching the surface. So when I say 1, chest touching the surface, and then you pause for like 1 to 2 seconds before coming out. Down like this, pause for 1 to 2 seconds before you lock it out completely like that. Now the reason you're pausing for that 1 to 2 seconds is so that you have the maximum time and attention for your muscles. So the muscles stay in that tension for a longer period of time, and that way they are activated more to grow and be stronger. Now there's a way we measure intensity, and that's in form of reps and sets. When you do 1 push-up, that's 1 rep or 1 repetition. When you do 10 push-ups and then you rest, that's called a set of 10 push-ups. Now how you measure intensity, it all depends on your fitness level. If you can do 10 push-ups, perfect form, full range of motion, you can choose to do a set of 10 push-ups and then you target 2 to 3 sets in each training session, and you begin from there and then keep progressing as time goes by, as you get stronger. Now to make sure I hit every part of my body in every training session effectively, there's a way I train, and I like to call it a circuit. This is how I do it. I start with pushing, I do a set of push-ups, and then I move to pulling. I can do a set of body weight rows or pull-ups, and then from pulling I go to the lower body to do the legs. Now at that moment when I'm doing the lower body, the upper body is resting, so I don't waste time waiting for the upper body to recover, and also I'm getting the lower body done at the same time my upper body is recovering. So I'm saving time hitting the lower body as well as recovering my upper body at the same time. So that allows me to go for a shorter time and get a lot of work done within a very short period of time. Now I do pushing, I do pulling, and then I move to the legs, and then I go to core. And then after I hit the core, the upper body is already rested, I do my second set of pushing, and then I move to pulling again, and then to lower body, and then to the core, just like that. Now just to give you a quick guide of the required intensity to activate that muscle growth. For the push-ups, you can target 20 reps in a set. For the body weight rows, you can target 10 to 15 reps because they are much more difficult than the push-ups. For the squats, 30 reps is ideal. For the crunches, bicycle crunches that is, target 30 reps per set. And then for stretching, make sure you stretch your left side, right side, as well as the sideways, so that you enforce that balance in every exercise that you're doing. So 2 to 3 sets would be ideal for most people. It's not too easy, and it's also not too intense. It is the sweet spot to activate that strength and muscle growth. Alright, that brings us to the 4th step, and that is diet and recovery. So personally, I don't track my calories or whatever I eat to the details. I just make sure that every time I'm eating, it is a whole meal which is nutrient dense. I rarely take junk foods and processed foods. I focus on real foods which have real nutritional value, and that's exactly what you should be doing. You don't have to track your calories down to the last number, just to make sure that you are hitting your calories right. If you want to lose weight, it's simple. Make sure you're eating less, you move more, burn more calories. That's as simple as it is, because weight gaining is all about calories in and calories out. Simple as that. If you want to build muscle, on the other hand, protein is your friend, and then of course you hit your exercises. So that most guys or most people will do well with 2 to 3 meals a day. Personally, I take 2 meals a day, and that works for me. The first meal is at 11 a.m. The second meal is at 7 to 8 p.m. in the evening, and that works perfectly for me. And then recovery, when it comes to sleep, 6 hours are good enough for most people. Alright, so the fifth step of making sure that you're progressing effectively at the comfort of your house with nothing but just your body weight is to track your progress. And this is very important, because when you're starting out, especially as a beginner, it's very important to have a program or a routine that you're going to follow, and then you build onto that with time as you get stronger. Now, personally, I don't carry around my program or my routine because I've been training for some time, so I know it in my head. But especially as a beginner, you need to write down the exercises that you're going to do. So let's say you're starting with push-ups. You say you're doing like 30 push-ups. After the push-ups, what comes next? You're going to the legs, or you're going to pull-ups. You write the number of the reps that you need to do in that set before moving on to the next set, just like that. So make sure you have a structure, so that every time you go for training, you're not wasting time thinking about what else to do or something like that. You're not just doing random stuff. You're working with a structured system. And if you need a structure, we just launched our first calisthenics program, the Titan Foundation 90, on our website. The link is in the description. So this program is designed to take you from a complete beginner to a lean athletic performance machine in 90 days. So it's a progressive, structured program, and through the 90 days, you're gonna build up your strength, your endurance, your flexibility, and your aesthetics. So we have a foundation discount valid only for the next 30 days. So use code FOUNDER30 at checkout for your 30% discount, and I'll see you inside.